Can you believe it? Week 11. Every Monday, I drop a new video, and I need you to tune in. This week, I'm bringing you more great content like I've been doing. Man, I've been having great fun with this. This week, you know what I'm saying, is about investing. If you know anything about me, you know about getting that money. This week, I want to share some tips with you on how you and your friends and your family can easily get into the stock market. Investing is one thing for me that's fun and it's a way to make money. So this week I'm going to teach you tips on how you can get that done. So you're going to want to stay locked in the whole video. And I got a surprise for you at the end of the video. I'm going to teach you how you can get some free stock. See you in a second. Welcome to my channel. My name is Iz316 or simply IZ. I'm a socially conscious hip-hop artist, community activist, radio and TV personality, and entrepreneur. I've produced and released several albums as well as met some of my favorite artists. But this is my channel and I want to be your favorite MC. Welcome back. It's week 11. This week we're talking about investment. Did you know that African Americans have over $1.5 trillion a year that they spend in the economy? And that ranks them as like about the 12th to the 15th, something like that, richest nation on earth. Sometimes it's not about how much money you got, it's about what you do with the money you got. So one of my rules that I try to abide by is eat with your brother, not off your brother. In this episode, I'm going to teach you about investing, how you can invest with your friends or on your own, just starting out and make some money and have some fun, right? The first thing we're going to talk about is what group economics is, right? Group economics doesn't have a definite definition, but in basic terms, it's a group of people who have a common economic goal working together to achieve that. So that's like the basic way that I could describe that, right? That's important because I want to talk to you about starting an investment group because there's strength in numbers. Basically, an investment group is a group of people who pool their money together to buy shares of stocks to make money. It's really that simple. Whatever I'm talking about, don't overthink it. When I first started learning about investment, I was worried that I didn't understand every term that was being said, that I didn't understand every formula that was written out. Perfection is not a prerequisite of success. You don't have to be perfect to be successful. Some of our best investors have lost so much money and they've been wrong so many times, but you really only need to be right one time. So when you start your investment group, there's a couple things that you're going to need to keep in mind. First, find friends who are interested, who are like-minded, and who will be dependable. That's going to be important because each person has to play a role within the group. There's certain bylaws and certain rules that you have to spell out for the government, and it's important for you because it clearly defines each role. And as we all know, when you're starting something and everybody's friends, it's all good, right? But when money gets made and people have disagreements, then things get kind of murky. If you spell it out ahead of time, you'll save yourself so much trouble. And remember, no dollar is worth your friends, okay? So you got your friends, right? So you guys want to invest. How do you get started? The first thing you want to do is determine how much money each member will contribute and how often, right? Will we all put in $100 a month? Will we all put in $300 every 4 months? What are we going to do, right? Once you figure that out, then you're going to assign each member a task. One task might be we're going to research the technology sector. One might be the medical marijuana sector. The other might be goods shipping or international. There's a number of things, right? But you'll determine that. In your group, it's good to have smaller numbers, in my opinion, because the more people you have, the more warring factions you have, and who needs all that, right? But keep in mind the majority should rule. That's just a rule of thumb. So somebody brings this stock A to the company or to the investment group and you guys talk about it, majority rules, move on, right? The next thing you want to do is make sure that you got all your paperwork legalized, right? Because the thing that you don't want to do is get in trouble with the government for not paying taxes. If done right, investing can be a great source of extra income. There's some people who just do it for a living, day traders, and that's a whole different thing, but you should go check that out. You just never know. What I know is about black people is no matter what we do, when we put our mind to it, we become great. So I'm looking forward to seeing the next great economists, the next great investors. I think you guys will love it and pick up on it. The next thing I want to talk about is keeping accurate books. Keeping accurate books is very important. Keeping accurate books is the number one reason why small businesses fail. This is important because this is your data, right? If you keep accurate books over time, you get to see how much money you guys invested, what stocks you bought, what the yield or your return on investment was for that, and certain strategies will start to appear to you, and you guys will form an investment strategy for your group. You'll understand we'll do 10% in this sector, 30% in this sector, and so on and so forth. So it's important to keep those accurate books, right? And also, just in case you get audited, you don't want to, be in trouble with the government for that, right? I don't think so. After you got all that done, and keep in mind this is very basic, you want to pick a brokerage firm. Now, a brokerage firm is basically the middleman between you and Wall Street, right? So when you decide to put in the order, they're the ones that fulfills the order of Wall Street for you. Most of the stuff that I'm talking about, when you find your brokerage firm, a lot of the data and stuff that you'll need will be stored and given to you by your brokerage firm. You'll be able to do transactions, buying, selling stock. You'll be able to look at your different numbers and different things. You'll be able to invest. Now, you will need a bank account because the bank account has to link to your brokerage firm, and that's how you give them the money to buy the stock, and that's how they send you the money that you've made when you buy or sell stock, right? Very basic stuff. Now, there's websites out there that will compare the different brokerage firms. There's different levels for different levels of money. There's different brokerage firms that focus on different things. This, again, technology or medical marijuana or whatever it is. You have to find that one for you. They all charge a transaction fee. This transaction fee is for them placing the order. So say that you buy $110 or $100 in stock and they charge you $10 for a transaction fee, you just spent $110. So you need to make $111 to make a profit on that money, even though you only have $100 in stock. If you think about what I'm saying, it'll make sense. These are very basic things. It can be very fun. I fell in love with investing after reading a book called One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. In this book, he advocates that you invest in things that you know about. There's a story about a guy in this book who's seen a factory being built. He did some homework on it, he checked on it, and he invested in it, and it turned out that this company was Tampax. So every month, when women have their time, he gets paid. Crazy, I know, but that's just one of a million stories. That's a wonderful book, especially for beginners, because it'll give you a basic understanding of how the stock market works. Now, these next few things I'm going to give you are some apps that you can use. It's going to make you money. This is going to help you invest. Really simple. Maybe you've seen them on TV or seen them on the web, but I've used them personally so that I can talk to you about them today, because I don't want to be a person like, yo, go use this app, and I ain't never used it. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Acorn. Acorn is a great app. Basically what it does is it rounds up your change to the nearest dollar. So say you buy something for 75 cents. It rounds it up to $1, takes the quarter and puts it away in a account. And once that account gets built up so far, then you're able to go and purchase stock, right? So basically you're investing your loose change. You're going to lose that in your couch. You're going to lose that out your pocket when you get out the car. I think it's a great thing, right? The other one I'm going to talk about is Stash. Stash is a little different because it's what's called ETFs. And an ETF is a portfolio of different stocks. So say you have an automotive portfolio. You'll have Ford, you'll have GE, you'll have, Cadillac, whatever. I'm not much of a car person, so maybe they're the same thing. But you'll have these different companies and you'll invest in the sector, not just the individual stock, but the whole sector. it can get daunting, but once you get into it, you'll love it. It'll be fun. When you see your stock account going up and you're making money, you'll be hype about it. You and your friends will love it. I'm telling you, you'll definitely dig it. The last one I want to tell you about, and I'm not any ambassador for this company, but I've made a couple $100 this year just off of this app alone, and that's Robinhood. So in this video, as I promised, I'm gonna leave a link below. All you gotta do is follow the link, sign up, and you'll get a free share just to start off with. You can link your bank account to it or not, or you can upload some money, and it allows you to buy different shares of stock as well. You can track it. It sends you different notifications. It's really cool because as an investor, you can buy into a company. Like I bought some stock in Ford Motor Company, and when they have like their annual call and talk about what they're going to do next and their future plans and different things like that, you actually get to listen in. You get to vote on what's happening with this company. It's just a great feeling, like, you know what, I'm a part of something, I'm doing something. But again, this is a way to practice group economics. Once you make money from this, take that money and reinvest into your neighborhood. Take that money and reinvest with people who care about you and care about the causes that you do, right? So start an investment group, use these apps. Also use the Digit app. The Digit app helps you save money. It withdraws small amounts of money from your bank account. You predetermine that, and it just makes your money pile up, right? You got to use the things that you have. So we got these apps that you can use. Tax season coming up. Use whatever you got. Let's get this money. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope you get your money up. I'm looking for a couple of people who want to be in an investment group with me. It's your boy Iz, and I want to be your favorite rapper. Leave a comment below. Welcome to my channel. My name is Iz316, or simply IZ. I'm a socially conscious hip-hop artist, community activist, radio and TV personality, and entrepreneur. I've produced and released several albums, as well as met some of my favorite artists. But this is my channel, and I want to be your favorite MC.